Well, guys, it's been a while. It's been years since I've posted here on YouTube, and I think that it's about time that I change that up. I've always loved YouTube. I've loved content creation, stuff like that. And, at this point, with the changes happening to the car, I think it's time to start posting on here. So first things first, obviously the car is a lot different than the last time you guys saw it. I believe the last time you guys saw it, it was bagged, but it was on RPF 1s. By far and away, probably my second favorite setup that I've ever had on this car. Since then, a lot has changed. So let's think here. I'll see if I have any pictures or anything I can throw up on the screen here. But pretty much the car has changed a lot. We had BBS LMs on it. We had the side skirts put on, which obviously you can see now. And since then, I have now gotten my dream wheel, which is right here, the Oz or OZ Futuras, Futras, whatever you want to call them. That's what these are. And so these have always been my dream wheel. I absolutely love these things. I am never getting rid of these wheels, but I finally got my hands on them. And even though this thing is my daily driver, I do take this thing all over the country to shows and stuff like that. And there's some things about the car that I just haven't liked myself. So the issues I've never really highlighted just because they've always bothered me and I just don't really feel like bringing light to them. But anyway, here's issue number one. I have a buckled fender down here, as well as a messed up fender down here as well. No, it's not from the specs of the wheels. I've had this issue since the car was on coilovers, and the guy that rolled them, he actually rolled all the way down to the very bottom. So it really just screwed everything up. Front bumper. So this looks like a bit of an issue, but it's actually not. I mean, it is, but it's not at the same time. So I had this bumper taken off because I did put on an ARM intercooler. You guys definitely can't see that because I did go KO4. So I had the bumper taken off and the guy just didn't put it back on right, which is okay. But otherwise, as you can see here, the chin lip is absolutely destroyed. Believe it or not, the car is on bags, but I don't drive it insanely high in the air. I like to have a decent ride height when I'm driving around and stuff like that. So the chin lip definitely has seen better days, that's for sure. Other than that, we have these skirts here. As you can see, there's little areas like that that need redone with the skirts. But other than that, we have one other thing, and it's kind of a major issue. Fitment. Sheesh. So if you're looking here, you don't really see anything wrong, right? But if we come over here, this is the doing of backing into my parents' Jeep. So I definitely backed into the back of it and it smacked one of those huge tires. So I do have a big dent right here, but it's okay because the hatch was already rusting in here. If we can focus, maybe. Yeah, sort of, you guys can sort of see. But it was rusting anyway, so with that being said, we have a new hatch coming, as well as I already have two front fenders. I have a Golf R bumper coming. Actually, it's already here. Both side skirts are here, but I am going to get them completely refinished. And on top of that, I do have a rear spoiler and a diffuser all for the car. So I love the white on white. I absolutely love it. I don't think anyone can ever go wrong with white on white, but at this point, for all, what is that, 7 parts or something like that, it would be cheaper for me to wrap the entire car myself to a color that I've always wanted versus going out and having those parts paint matched and hoping that those match well. You guys can see here, parts like this right here, which is the bumper and the side markers, they don't match. And granted, the side skirts actually do match, but there's a chance that I could have all of this repainted and it would be an all white car with white wheels, which would be great. I love the white on white, but there's a chance that it could not match. And with it not matching, I just wouldn't personally be happy with it. It bothered me a lot, and I've always wanted to change the color of the car. And so, now is the time to do it, since it'll be cheaper for me to wrap it myself than it will be to have someone go and paint match it all, and hopefully it turns out good. So for now, I do not plan on going back to white anytime soon. There's a couple different colors that I do want to wrap the car. So the color I'm wrapping it first is My Mk6 Gti. They were able to hook me up with a good sponsorship deal for the wrap. And the color is absolutely beautiful. So you guys will see during the whole installation process what the color looks like and everything. And then obviously I am going to start posting more often afterwards. So you guys will see the color a lot more. If you guys don't follow the Instagram or the TikTok, I highly suggest you guys go over there, because the Instagram is the main thing that I post on all the time. They get information first, they get updates first. And so I would highly suggest, if any of you guys watching are not from Instagram, to go over to the Instagram. But before we can get wrapping it, we do have to do some prep work, and that prep work consists of giving it a nice last wash. I'll throw in some cinematic shots for you guys of the wash. And then when the car's clean, I am going to go ahead and clay bar it, just make sure it's nice and clean for when the wrap goes on. But other than that, tonight I don't have too much going on. I do plan on going ahead and taking off both front fenders, side skirts, and the front bumper, as well as going ahead and sanding down the hood so that we can get the hood ready. That's the only part of the car that I do plan on sanding really well. And it's mainly because we have a couple rock chips and stuff like that here that I just want to get rid of for when the wrap comes. So, yep, we are going to go ahead and get this thing cleaned up, and I will see you guys in a minute. All right, so the car is completely washed, as you guys just saw. I went ahead and gave it a decent clean. Now I'm going to get ready to go ahead and clay bar the whole thing, and then go from there. Go ahead and pull it into the garage, pull the Jeep out, get everything ready for tomorrow when I really start wrapping this thing. But just because I don't know what all I've included in the other parts of this video, because I forget everything, I do just want to go ahead and touch up on some things. So these wheels are a 17-inch wheel, so it's 17 by 10 plus 45 in the rear, and 17 by 8.5 in the front plus 45 as well. It should be fairly close to stock camber. It doesn't have too much, but obviously the cinematic clips kind of sucked just because the car is at an angle, so it doesn't sit level. But when it's all said and done, it's going to sit fender to lip back here. I don't know if I'm going to notch my frame. If I notch my frame, then it'll drop the front, but I don't really think I want to do that. So the fitment will be more dialed in, obviously, as the car's done, when I can go take it in for an alignment and stuff like that. Anyways, thanks you guys for watching so much. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for the wrap. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this in maybe like a 5-video series and go from there. But this is episode 1. I do appreciate all of the support, and make sure to go check out the Instagram if you're not already following me on there. That's where I post most of the updates and everything on there all of the time. I post on there like crazy. So if you want to see any more pictures of the car when it was white, be sure to check out the Instagram. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.